Oh, by the way, Katie, it's nice having you here first on ESPN.
No, Katie, no!
She's a rookie.
But I have one thing I'd like to say that the people at home don't know, and the producers who are filming this right now will likely edit out, but I must speak my truth anyway. What people don't understand is when you film Highly Questionable or Highly Quarantined, you enter into a space before the filming starts. There is a moment where you're sitting down, you have a producer in your ear, a director saying like, move closer to Papi, move further away. Does everybody have everything they need? There's a lot happening. You're preparing, you're going over what you're planning on saying about each topic that's been given to you. And in that moment, they're rolling. And you have to remember that. But you'll forget because you're focused on, I don't know, doing your job to the best of your abilities. That moment you let your guard down is when you get got. I think people at home think you sit down, it's time to film the show, and in that moment, you get got. That's not what happens. It's in the before and in the after, most times. I've seen a lot of people say, how did you not see that coming? Because we didn't start yet. We hadn't started.
You know, Papi's ability to sort of put people at ease while simultaneously reminding them with almost every word and action that he's very old and should be treated with kid gloves lets people sort of relax too much. And you're so confused with the role that he's playing that eventually you just become numb to it. And that's when he gets you.
Great show, Sarah.
Anyway,
I do not accept weakness. It's not a part of who I am. And so the only way for me to move forward and not be forever plagued by those brief moments of weakness is to forget about them entirely.
You just think you're just one of the most naive people on the planet because it's his only thing.
Good show, AC.
hey, thanks.
I got it. The rookie. I always get him.
It was the absolute simplest of just gestures where he just reached out, and I remember just like halfway through the reaching over saying, oh no, what have I done? And I think you could see it in my face because it might have looked like I sort of recognized it right as I put my hand out, and as I was about to put my hand out and he pulled back, and I just said, what did I do?
If we had a union, we'd have separate unions. One for the people who get got routinely, and a separate union for me, the one who dominates Papi on a regular basis.
Nice job. That's twice in one day.
I obviously touched his hand. There was contact. It's not a get if there's contact. And I'm too quick for Papi. You saw what happened. You can respect Papi because he participated and he got you. Dan didn't do anything. He just sat there and pulled a string. Like, you don't get to celebrate.
The cannon is my least favorite. The chickens, just to give away a little of the TV magic, you see them hanging the whole time, so you're sort of ready for them. The cannon comes out of nowhere, makes a loud noise, is very scary. I scare easily. I don't think there's been a time where I don't jump when he shoots off the cannon, especially if you're trying to challenge, if you want to throw your challenge flag and be like, I don't think I got, boom, the cannon's going off, everyone's already celebrating. You feel stupid trying to go to VAR, but I have done it.
Every time Dan gets up and celebrates someone else's accomplishment, it's bullying, quite frankly. It's what it is. He is that kid in the lunchroom who's not actually the kid pulling off the prank, but the friend of a popular kid who tries to glom on to the popular kid, even though he didn't do anything.
Sometimes he's a role player, sometimes he's a star player, but we're a team, we work together. Come on, give him some credit to the guy. He deserves it. He's a closer, really.
It's like the cherry on top. Papi gets me with a handshake. I'm already a little bit upset all I wander because it's Papi. And then it's Dan with machine guns and fireworks and just celebrating my misery.
I mean, it's just classic Dan. What does Dan do? He coasts on the labor of his family, honestly.
I coast off the labor of my family. I can't even dispute that there was a time there where there were chickens falling from the roof like old vaudeville. That was my brother's idea, not mine. The confetti poppers were my brother's idea. I don't know that I can even deny this. I believe that the entire construct of what it is we're talking about right now, the only thing that I've contributed to it is doing the popper poorly, because I don't handle that thing very well.
Dan is celebrating other people not receiving physical affection from Papi, as Papi has not voluntarily touched him since the 1980s.
That is Dan. Dan is someone who will shoot confetti into the air because someone else did something good and then claim that he was the person responsible for the goodness that was done.
Great job, buddy.
Oh, thanks.
No!
I don't remember that. I would never do that. Why would I celebrate someone else falling victim to what befell me? I would never do that. I'm not here to talk about the past.
Dan's no business celebrating any of this. A, wasn't his idea. B, he didn't do anything. What it is, it's Bill Weddington celebrating titles that Michael Jordan won.
As I recall, he's done this to people who you shouldn't be doing it to, like people that are feared, people that might not be in that moment willing to make fun of themselves.
Give me 5. Ah!
Oh, no.
I almost got the rookie.
Oh, no!
I got it. Here, buddy. Give me 5. Ah, I got him. Give me country. Ah, I got him. Ah, I got him. He's a rookie. Yeah. Oh, I got him. He's a rookie. He's a rookie.
We'll steal.
Ah, we got him. He's a rookie. Give me 5 there. Ah, I got him. He's a rookie. Hell of a segment.
Some of the celebrities that I've sat next to, it's interesting because some of them are just too easy. Clyde Drexler. I mean, that guy is the nicest human being on the planet, and he will do it again next time, and gladly, and believe he's going to actually get his hand shaken that time. I think the most memorable celebrity situation for me was Ice Cube, and this is hard for me to admit, but I might not have been the best team player that day in terms of highly questionable, just because Ice Cube was a childhood favorite of mine. I might have reminded him before the taping that Papi tends to try to get somebody.
Nice show, Ice.
Bye, Felicia.
I felt like I was part of making television magic behind the scenes while selling out my own teammates. I don't know if I want you guys to air that or not.
I'm going to set up the score with DC. You know, once you double cross me, you are marked for life. That's it, buddy. I'm coming after you. War has been declared on easy.
If he says I'm a traitor, I mean, I'll just do whatever I can to make him feel better about it, or to, you know, get in his good graces again.
He's a snitch. And you know what happened to snitches, right? The snitches, they get stitches.
Papi is a man who doesn't care what the world thinks. He just wants to laugh as it burns.
Anybody that says anything derogatory about me, you know, got their work cut out. Whether it's Pablo, whether it's Easy, whether it's, well, maybe not Mina, because she has suffered a lot.
That person over there, she used to play nose tackle for the Green Bay Packers for 3 years in the 90s. You didn't know that. She's Mina Khan.